And then there is the final observation that follows from this, which concerns the growing importance of integrated digital platforms in modern warfare. Ukraine has developed an increasingly sophisticated digital systems to support its military operations. The most prominent example being the Delta situational awareness system. At its core, Delta functions as a platform for integrating information from many different sources. Drones, satellites, frontline units, sensors, and even civilian reporting. So the goal here is to provide commanders with a near real-time operational picture of the battlefield that they can use. And then this allows for much faster decision-making and improved coordination between units that then enables much more precise and quick targeting. But in many ways, systems such as Delta represent also a broader shift towards these networked and data-driven warfare. It increasingly depends not only on individual weapon systems, but on this ability to integrate. And you can imagine that these new advantages also create new vulnerabilities and opportunities for attackers. As the platform becomes more central, it also becomes a really critical dependency. And these dependencies can be abused. Rather than attacking many smaller disconnected systems individually, an adversary may instead focus on this one platform that connects them. And disrupting, degrading, or even manipulating would then be such a central platform, even temporarily, could potentially cause disproportionate operational effects across so many different connected systems simultaneously. So integration creates efficiency, but also it concentrates risks. And there have already been attempts to target Delta directly. In one reported case, a Russian-linked actor or hacker gained access to a Delta user's account through phishing techniques and then publicly demonstrated this access the person had, albeit briefly, online. So even though this compromise was brief, maybe it lasted around 10 or 12 minutes, and was very quickly contained with maybe not obvious long-term operational consequences, it does raise some broader strategic questions, right? Because if an adversary achieves deep, persistent, and operational access to such a valuable platform, the question is what would happen here? And the question is, would they even reveal this publicly or try to use it to such an extent that they can preserve this access quietly for longer future use? This is important because sophisticated cyber operations often depend not simply on gaining access, but deciding when to use it. And historically, actors have often chosen restraint when maintaining covert access and when it offers such a great long-term strategic value. A well-known analogy here, or useful one, would be the British handling of Enigma during the Second World War. The value of the capability depended not only on breaking the system, but on really using that access very selectively and in such a way to avoid revealing it prematurely. Something similar then might apply here, and increasingly through this highly integrated military platforms in modern warfare. The more operationally valuable a system becomes, the greater the incentive to maintain hidden access rather than deploy it immediately for short-term disruption. On the whole, what does it mean? It means that military systems become more integrated and data-dependent, but it also means that cyber operations become less focused on isolated attacks against these systems and focus more on critical nodes if they are capable in doing so.